Hi, I'm Yannick Hanfman.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
This is Sebastian Wolfner.
It's Marc-Andrea Whistler.
I am Francisco Cerundolo.
And you're listening to the Game to Love podcast. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Hopefully.
The epic final. Novak Djokovic, Carlos Alcaraz. We saw it in Wimbledon and we're going to get it at the US Open. He's going to be able to handle a situation in a Grand Slam final against Djokovic because he's beaten him in one. I'm going for Carlos Alcaraz.
The main man, the number 24, Novak Djokovic. US Open time, baby! Let's go! Goff could be our US Open champion.
3-set final in which Iga wins. Near impossible that Djokovic doesn't make the final.
Novak Djokovic claiming his 24th Grand Slam title. On the women's side, going past bingo.
No surprise here. I think that Novak Djokovic will win this year's US Open, and Coco Gauff is going to be the American that wins it on the women's side.
That Novak Djokovic will win this Grand Slam, beating Alcaraz in the final. I believe that Sabalenka is going to ace up this Grand Slam.
Sabalenka and Djokovic take it.
Novak Djokovic will have as many Grand Slams as there are hours in the day. Ons Jabeur is going to do it. I really believe. I think Ons has learned from her mistakes.
Novak Djokovic is going to win the US Open.
Aryna Sabalenka is winning her second Grand Slam. Carlos Alcaraz is going back-to-back. He's going to defend his US Open title.
Coco Gauff on home soil is taking home the cake. Gauff will win.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Game to Love tennis podcast, live play-by-play stream. I am your commentator for this evening. I go by the name of Covey, and we're into the match. World number one. He will not be the world number one after the tournament, but as of this moment, Carlos Alcaraz, the world number one, facing Dominic KOEPFER of Germany. The first time they've ever met. KOEPFER is 29 years old. Alcaraz, 20 years old. Of course, the defending champion. And it's KOEPFER serving first here. And the left-handed German just saved a break point. He was serving at 30-40. I want to thank every single one of you for joining me. Please do hit like on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Smash that notification bell so you know exactly when we're going live. And we will be going live for the next 2 weeks, every single day. US Open, this is only day 2 of 14, folks. KOEPFER, nice serve up the tee. Alcaraz with a desperation return up the middle into the rally here. Backhand Alcaraz up the middle. Forehand KOEPFER, backhand cross-court Alcaraz with some juice, but KOEPFER, the lefty, hits a forehand cross-court back. Now up the middle, Alcaraz forehand, and then KOEPFER off the net. It was going to the Alcaraz forehand, but it turned into a backhand after it hit the net, and then KOEPFER rally ball into the net. So a great rally at deuce, and Alcaraz already with his second break point opportunity. All right, folks, I have a very hilarious setup. I yesterday called the Djokovic match, but my video was 30 seconds behind the actual score. Now I'm in sync. However, it's kind of funny because I'm watching through a tiny little screen on my phone. Normally I'm watching through my computer, but due to VPNs and all this crazy stuff, I'm going to be squinting. So don't mind me if I'm squinting. This is a hilarious setup. I wish I could show you guys, but I can't, alas. KOEPFER saves a break point with a huge serve. Alcaraz unable to return that, and KOEPFER already looking tired here. He's leaning over the towel. Oh, no. You know what? He pulled up on his, is it his left foot? Right foot, left. Oh, he rolled his left ankle. Just a very routine setup for a backhand. And he rolled his left ankle. He got a lot of weight on it, actually. This, yeah, we got a medical timeout already. He definitely rolled the ankle. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't anything like Zverev last year at the French Open, where he was like writhing in pain and you could tell he put 100% of his body weight onto the roll. This one looked actually very harmless. For a second, I thought maybe he tweaked like a nerve in his foot by the way he reacted. But when they showed the slow motion, his right ankle rolled fully, but he didn't have all of his weight on it. He's walking around. Sorry, it's his left ankle, not his right ankle. He's taken his left shoe off. He's at his player's bench and he's waiting for someone to come. So he literally has his right sock and shoe on and his left sock and shoe are off right now. He's just waiting for someone to come, I'm guessing, to tape and probably maybe freeze or spray it. Unfortunate though, good start to the match, 40 all. We're in a deuce. And right away, KOEPFER has rolled his ankle and it was a very harmless looking play. He was just lining up a routine backhand, waiting for it to bounce, as it did end up going long, the return from ALCARAZ. So he didn't even hit the ball. He was just lining up. It was called out, and he just kind of rolled his left ankle. So they're giving him a massage right now. He doesn't look worried. He looks calm. That's encouraging. So, folks, another thing we have yet to do is predictions. And also, I should say hi and say hello to everyone on the stream. How many people we got in here today? Currently, we've got... what's going on here? Let me see here. We got about 20 people in here. We've got about 6 likes on the video. Let me know where you're from, how you're doing, what time it is where you are. I'm in Vancouver, BC, Canada. That's where I'm born and raised, where it's 6:04 p.m. It's 9:04 p.m. right now in New York City. They're 3 hours ahead of me, so I'm very lucky. As they go super late, if it hits 2-3 o'clock in New York, it's only midnight for me around that time. So very lucky. ALCARAZ, he's loose. He's smiling, wearing a new getup, sleeveless tank top. We'll get into the kits here in a second, but the trainer now is pulling some stuff out of his bag. It looks like he's pulling out some tension bandages, and he's going to wrap up the ankle here. So Dominic KOEPFER is going to have to play with a rolled ankle here. They're spraying it. They're going to tape it. So with a taped ankle in the very first game of the match, unfortunate for the guy. But he looks, like I said, he looks loose. He doesn't look worried. He doesn't look like he's going to have to retire. We got Hamed Sekou Traore with the smiley face. Welcome, Hamed. Good to have you in the house here. Good to have everyone who's here. Let's see. I'm going to just do some moving around with my... Actually, this is pretty good. I could just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah, so it looks like not too many people in just yet. Not too many peeps. Only 20. That's okay. I know it's the middle of the night for everyone in Europe, so it's tough. The U.S. Open is a tough one. However, being from North America over here, I'm usually... I get the short end of the stick. I have to wake up in the middle of the night to watch a lot of the Australian Open and virtually most of Wimbledon and the French Open. So this is the one where I get a little bit of more sane hours. Of course, Ben and JG, they're the ones who've begun this channel, the GTL podcast tennis channel network, and they are probably sleeping right now because it's about 2 a.m. in England. Jolly old England. Believe it or not, my pickleball partner's from England. How about that? I wonder what's going on. Is everything okay? Yeah, we're all good here. So still medical timeout here for Dominic KOEPFER. The German rolled his left ankle. He's a left-hander. He rolled his left ankle as he was kind of going for a backswing on a routine backhand and just kind of, stepped wrong. So the fellow doing the taping is trying to do it nice and quickly. We're still in the first game here. We haven't even made it out of the first game. All right, folks. So if whoever's watching, I would like to get your predictions. So feel free, after I press this beautiful button, the predictions button, let me know who you think is going to win and what the score is going to be or in how many sets. And I'll do the same. All right. So, yeah, predictions. My prediction, I think Alcaraz is going to take it in 3 sets. I don't think he's going to be troubled too much. He kind of found his rhythm in Cincinnati a week ago when he lost the epic final to Novak Djokovic. But yeah, I don't think he's going to have as tough of a time as he did in Cincinnati. He went to 3 sets for every one of his matches, I think, except for one. And I could be wrong. It might have been for all of them. But yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit easier. He is returning champion. This is his first match in New York City, first official match since he lifted the trophy here last year. So I think he's going to be jacked up. And right away, we're back into it. And Alcaraz takes the first point after the lengthy delay for the medical timeout. And it is another breakpoint opportunity, the third one. So Alcaraz putting on pressure right away. Here's a lefty, Dominic KOEPFER. First serve is off the tape and long. So Alcaraz with a second serve to look at on the break point. Return is good. Up the line, KOEPFER floats one. Alcaraz makes his way to the net and easily puts away a volley. And he's quickly up a break here. 1-love is Carlitos. All right, so I think they're going to show the... No, they're not going to show the ankle. But his ankle looks to be fine. He doesn't look like he's favoring it or anything. It looks like the tape has helped. Alcaraz with too much firepower on the second serve. He returned it straight up the line, and then KOEPFER raced over to his right and then hit a backhand floater. Alcaraz makes his way to the net and just easily dumps that into the open spot. And it is... 1-love. Alcaraz up a break early. So the defense of the title got off to a good start. He won the first point of the match, and he won the first game of the match, which was on return. So good start for Carlitos. Sexy Sadie. I was wondering where everyone's at. Sexy Sadie's from Texas, I believe. Is that right? I'm pretty sure that's right. I know I've probably asked you this many times, but with so many streams and everything, sometimes I get confused. But saying hi, Covey. How are you, buddy? I guess it's just you and me. Yes, you're right. It's a pretty slow one today. Only about 17 people in here. But now that it's me and you, Sexy Sadie, I am happy. Our boy Carlitos with a break to start his title defense in New York. Yes, last year, the 19-year-old wins his first ever Grand Slam, and he now has 2 after winning Wimbledon just a couple of months ago. And Alcaraz, first service game, serve and volley, and it's a beautiful volley, and it's actually, I shouldn't say serve and volley. It was he made his way to the net after his second shot, and then hits a stretched out forehand volley. For some players, it might have been difficult, but we know Alcaraz is solid, very, very, very solid at the net. Yes, from Texas. I knew it. I just I wanted to be sure. Thank you so much for letting me know there, Sexy Sadie. So, are you who are you going for? Well, I know you're a Carlitos fan like myself. But are you hoping that it's Novak and Carlitos? I'm hoping this is my hope that we get a Alcaraz Sinner matchup and an Alcaraz Novak matchup, because I just love watching when the best players are playing their best against each other. And Grand Slam season is just that. Alcaraz up 30-love, rocking the sleeveless tank top. Showing off the guns here. First serve is a big one right at the body. KOEPFER can't handle it. Return is long, and it's 40-love. Alcaraz looks to be in cruise mode so far. Again, KOEPFER did roll his ankle at 40-all at deuce in the first game. He'd saved a break point, actually 2, and then he rolled his ankle, got taped up, and then Alcaraz broke right after the medical timeout. Alcaraz with a serve and volley. Oh, man, Alcaraz actually dropped his racket on the volley part of the serve and volley, picked it back up, but KOEPFER astutely rips a forehand past Alcaraz. Again, KOEPFER's a lefty, so a forehand up the line for KOEPFER is would be a past Alcaraz on his forehand side as well. 40-15, still double game point. Carlitos. First serve. It's good one out wide. Block back return. Long. Alcaraz holds to 15. And it is a consolidation of the break for the world number one. Sexy Sadie saying, I was completely heartbroken when Carlos lost in Cincinnati. Yeah, you know, I just wanted to see a really good match. I think I was definitely leaning towards Carlitos. But what happened was my cousin who recorded the match for me, I told him, I said, extend the recording by like an hour or two, because if it goes overtime, I'm going to miss some. And, but the remote had an issue, so it would be really long and tedious for him to do that. So instead he was like, okay, I'll just record this event and then the next one after, which was only 30 minutes long. Basically what I'm trying to say is I missed literally like the most exciting parts of the match. I missed like the last like 3 games of the third set and the tiebreak. But I did see Alcaraz save like 3 match points, and it was you know what? These matches, Alcaraz, Sadie, these matches for Alcaraz are invaluable, because right now I feel like whenever he faces Novak, it's just going to make him better against the rest of the field. So the more Alcaraz faces Novak, win or lose, he's gaining like these ridiculous amounts of knowledge and experience that's going to carry with him. Things that other guys have not been able to do. Tsitsipas and Hurkacz and Zverev, to an extent, he's won a few matches against Novak. But a lot of these guys they're not banking these types of experiences that are going to help them. So I think it's going to be really good for Carlitos. By the way, Carlitos just ripping the ball right now with precision. He looks like he is ready. He's on. He's up 15-30 on the KOEPFER serve, and looking very dangerous here. Cool shirt by Carlos. If that match had gone to 5 sets, Carlos might have won it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll never know, but yeah, it was honestly great. I'm so glad that. Another thing I'm really glad about is Alcaraz did not have any rhythm in any of the matches leading up to that final, but when the final started, he was on and ready to go. And it made me, it was comforting as an Alcaraz fan to see that he could kind of struggle his way to a final, and then boom, he's locked in. And I honestly believe that he kind of let his eye off the ball a little bit in the second set. He was up a break 4-2, I believe, in the second set, just a couple games from the title. And I think the fact that Novak was hurting, it kind of, he took his intensity down, thinking, you know, maybe it's going to be an easy one, because Novak didn't look, he looked like he might retire from the match. He was so like exhausted from the heat. Alcaraz now with a break point as KOEPFER, angry, looking at his box after he hits a backhand into the net. And it's now 30-40. So another break point for Alcaraz. Alcaraz looking to take a quick stranglehold, double break lead here. My concern, Covey, is that Carlos began to cramp again, but in his arm. Yeah, that was also another thing. But, you know, 3.5 hours in, I would be more concerned if it was like 2 hours in. Before when he was having cramps, it was typically in the 2 hour and 15, 20 2 hour 15 to 2 hour 20 minute range. It happened before, I think, against Sinner in the semifinal. I believe that was in Miami, and then also happened in the French Open around the 2:20. So this was in the 3 hour mark, and you know, the hand isn't as bad, but definitely something to watch out for with Alcaraz. But I don't think it's like a primary concern or worry as much as it was at and right after the French Open. But definitely, you're right. It's not, you know, it's not something you want to see for a show. All right, so it's advantage KOEPFER. He's saved a break point, and now he has a +1 short ball, and he rips a forehand inside in winner. And the first hold of the day for Dominic KOEPFER is right now. So I think after rolling his ankle, he got broken in his first service game, but holds after saving a break point in the second. And I think that deserves a button. And I've never seen this button. It's the KOEPFER button, folks. First time ever. Check it out.
Pretty sick to be sure to be here to be game, but he said it's Dominic. Pretty sick to be sure to be here to the game, but he said it's Dominic.
Dominic KOEPFER. Ben with another classic for us, constantly making new buttons. Man, it is, I guess it's really, really late for a lot of people because we only have 19 people in at the moment. 22 people. Well, anyways, thank you to everyone watching. So yeah, we'll get into the kits here. ALCARAZ is rocking Nike top to bottom as always. He's got a cream colored tank top. The back is all cream. The front is a cream base, but then he's got a bunch of patterns, almost like southwestern US colors, a little bit of turquoise, a little bit of peach and sand, earthy tones. He's got a maroon shorts, and then he's got kind of like tan and or almost like a light peach colored shoes, looking fly. He's also got the same kind of tanny peach right wristband. No headgear as always for Carlitos, and he has been taping his left wrist lately. They're not showing it right now. But anyways, decked out in Nike. KOEPFER, he's wearing, I don't know what he's wearing, but you know those bars, when you were a kid on TV, they'd have the bars of like the black and the yellow and the white and the red, and you know, it was like the standby between programs. That's kind of what he's wearing on his top, KOEPFER. The top half is like it's like a rainbow from right to left. And then he's wearing pretty much, it's, I think, dark navy blue or black. Yeah, black wristbands, black shorts, black hat. Yeah, the shirt goes from like yellow, gray, green, like red, orange. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. So both players looking very fly, I gotta say. And KOEPFER is he's rocking gray Asics shoes on the bottom. ALCARAZ serving for the second time, up a break at 2-1, 15 all here as he hits a hard serve to the body, which comes back long. David Ferrer is also in ALCARAZ's box today, along with Juan Carlos Ferrero, his coach, and Albert Molina, his agent, who's always with him. First serve is long, 15 all. Venus lost to a qualifier 6-1, 6-1. Do you think she needs to give it up? She's 43. Honestly, after today, I did. I was watching some of that match, and she just looked... she didn't have the legs. She didn't have the wind. And it was the very first time, with Venus that I ever thought, I wonder if she has the level to keep the integrity of the game. You know what I mean? Like, meaning, like, is this Grand Slam level? And yeah, she won a couple games, and people do get bageled. Ask anyone who faces Iga. ALCARAZ with a +1 drop shot. He was down 15-30, but the +1 drop, and that's a smart move. If KOEPFER rolled his ankle, ALCARAZ would be smart to make him run as much as possible. KOEPFER didn't even try on that one, and honestly really didn't have a reason to, because that was a really good drop. But yeah, I do think there was the first time I ever thought, oh wow, like has the game passed her by a little? Like, does she have the level? Just didn't seem like she had the lungs either. So yeah, it's gonna be some tough decisions for her coming up. But I hope she makes it to another US Open and they give her a nice farewell next year kind of thing. If she makes it that far. KOEPFER with a beautiful clean winner off the return up the line, and it's 30-40. So KOEPFER looking to get back on to serve after getting broken in the first game of the match. We have William saying, let's go Carlitos, ALCARAZ, KOEPFER, US Open 20-15 hours. Vamos, game will be broadcast live at this link. Okay, buddy. I don't think we're supposed to have that. I should probably read these before I put them on. I don't think we're allowed to have that. Okay, so we are I don't know why my scoreboard says 30. Does it say 30? Yeah, I don't know why it says 30 all. It's not 30 all, it's 40 all. There we go. They've updated it. Nice. And KOEPFER again with a break point as he forces ALCARAZ to desperately hit a backhand that goes long, just outstretched, and it's another break point opportunity for KOEPFER. So he's fighting back, this guy. Next year she'll be 44. Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be. I hope she makes it that long. It's. I'm wondering. I never. I thought, okay, she's probably not going to win any big titles or medium titles anymore, but she obviously loves the game. KOEPFER on a second serve tries to rip the ball, just a straight winner, but he goes long off of that missile of a shot, and Alcaraz back to deuce on his serve, looking to maintain a one-break lead early in the first set. I'm just pouring myself a little bevy. If you're wondering why I'm awkwardly going like I'm hiding something from y'all. Okay. So a nice serve up the tee. KOEPFER with the return is long. So now Alcaraz with the game point, looking to stay ahead of the German. Okay, here we go. Alcaraz. It's an ace up the middle, and it is a 3-1 lead for the current world number one. However, as I mentioned, no matter what happens, he will relinquish the number one world ranking to Novak Djokovic at the end of this tournament. So until a week from, or about what? Until 12 days from now, he will be officially the world number one, but after that, he will not be, no matter what. KOEPFER serving at 1-3 down a break. First serve is long. Second serve is good. Alcaraz backhand up the middle. KOEPFER with a backhand. Forehand Alcaraz. Backhand KOEPFER. Forehand Alcaraz tries to go up the line, but it's into the alley. KOEPFER up 15 love. See what else? What other stuff we got going on? So yeah, so as mentioned, Alcaraz just 3-setter after 3-setter in this hard court swing. So after winning Wimbledon, Alcaraz won in straight sets against Shelton in Toronto, then went 3 sets against Hurkacz, won, then lost in 3 against Tommy Paul, then won in 3 against Thompson, then beat Tommy Paul for some revenge in 3, then beat Purcell in 3, then he beats Hurkacz in 3, and then loses to Novak in 3. So he's had some trouble in the lead up to the hard court final here, the final hard court Grand Slam of the year, the US Open. But last year he did the same thing. He was struggling in Canada and Cincinnati a little bit before he got here, and then ended up going on that magical run, winning 3 straight 5-setters in the 4th round, the quarters, and then the semis. Just a crazy run. That match against Jannik Sinner last year in the quarters was incredible. So yeah, Alcaraz knows how to pick up his game for the last Grand Slam of the year. 2 years ago, when he was put on the map, he beat the world number 3 Stefanos Tsitsipas in an epic 5-setter, and then made it to the quarters that year, but lost to Felix Auger-Aliassime. He was fatigued and he had to retire. Okay, KOEPFER holds, and it is still Alcaraz up a break at 3-2 at the changeover. All right, let's get you updated on some scores. What happened earlier today? I'm going to just rail them all off. We had Duckworth losing to Alves of Brazil in straight sets. Berrettini moves on in straights. Artur Fils wins in 5. Nicholas Jarry in 4. Arnaldi takes out Kubler after retirement early. O'Connell takes out fellow countryman Purcell in 4. We have Rinderknecht over Schwartzman in straights. Zverev over Vukic in straights. Medvedev over Balas in straights. We had Michael Moe straight sets over Khachanov. Michelson over Ramos in straights. Altmaier over Lestien in 4. We had Nori over Shevchenko in straights. We had Dimitrov over Molchan in 5, a 5-set frenzy. We had Kokkinakis losing to Su. That one in 4. We had Andy Murray straight sets over Mute, winning his 200th Grand Slam match. Congratulations to Sir Andy Murray. Sebastian Baez straight sets over Borna Coric. Rublev over Kazao in straights. We had Isner in his final ever tournament takes out a Diaz Acosta of Argentina in straight sets. We have Jack Draper winning in straights over Radu Albot. We had Van de Zandschulp as Jordan Thompson retires. We have Diminor winning in 4 over Skatov. We had Evans over Galan in straights. Sonego over Moreno de Albaron in straights. We had Wu Yibing over Lajovic in 5. We had Hurkacz over Huesler in 5. Hurkacz losing the first 2, winning the last 3. And then we had Wawrinka straight sets over Nishioka and Gael Monfils 3-1 over Taro Daniel. Oh, actually, there's a couple more that I haven't mentioned. Well, one more final. And that is Lloyd Harris straight sets victory over Peña of Argentina. And there are currently 3 matches going on. The one I'm calling right now, Alcaraz. We also have Sinner is up 2-0 and 5-1 in the third set against Hanfmann, Yannick Hanfmann. So Sinner just 3 points away. He's serving right now at 5-1, up 2-0. So he's 3 points away from a spot in the second round. And then we also have Thomas Echeverry and Virtanen of Finland, and they are 2 sets apiece, and they're just kicking off the 5th set. We'll get you into some women's scores after. Trying to duck a hurricane. Kathy, hello. How are you? Hi, Sexy Sadie. Kathy saying hello. Novak didn't have any points to defend. Yes, that is true. He has no points to defend, and Alcaraz has all 2,000 points to defend. Hey. O'Connell beat Purcell. Yep. And actually won in straights. And he actually won. Yeah, he didn't have to do a 6-hour 5-set match. Yes, you live in Florida. It's supposed to reach a category 3. That's a good match. It's supposed to make landfall north of me. Darn it. I just had the biggest, saw the biggest piece of lightning and heard the biggest piece of thunder I've ever seen in my life. Midday, a whole city's covered in clouds. And it was like someone took a gigantic camera flash of the whole entire city. And then the thunder, it lasted like 15 to 20 seconds. It almost sounded like a movie was being like a fake movie set where something exploded. It was absolutely crazy. It felt like the whole ground was shaking. All right, Alcaraz up 40-15. And, Koepfer made his way to the net, trying to put pressure on Alcaraz. But the dipper from Alcaraz forces Koepfer to volley into the net. And Alcaraz continues to hold and stay ahead by a couple of games, up a break. Koepfer now will here. Well, it's good to have you, Kathy, and I hope nothing happens for you over there. Nothing bad happens over there to your property and to your well-being and anything like that. And for all those your neighbors and your friends around you. Yannick Sinner has won, folks. It's official over Yannick Hanfmann. Yannick, the battle of the Yannicks. Sinner takes it in 3 sets. And Koepfer loses the first point on his serve after his backhand goes into the alleyway. Love 15. Alcaraz trying to wrap this first set up. Take a two break lead. Sexy Sadie saying here in Dallas it's just sunny and hot as hell. Should get only the stuff we get with afternoon thunderstorm unless it hangs a right term earlier than predicted. Okay. Well, so yeah, be safe. Be safe, says Sadie. All right, so Alcaraz up love 30 on the Hanfmann serve. Second serve is a good one. Alcaraz backhand return. Hanfmann, his backhand goes right into the net, and it's now triple break point for Carlitos as Koepfer is. Did I say Hanfmann a couple times? I was talking about the Sinner match, so I got it confused. A couple of Germans. Nice +1 from Hanfmann. He moves. I said it again. Koepfer. Koepfer with a +1 from one angle of the one side of the court to the very extreme other side, and he forces Alcaraz to hit a lob long, and it is 15-40. 1 break point saved, but Alcaraz has 2 more on deck. Here we go. First serve, just wide up the tee. He tried to do he's a lefty, and he's in the deuce side, so he has the ability to do this really nice slice serve. that curves away from the opponent up the line, but he hit it just long. But the second serve had a lot of juice. Alcaraz forehand goes long and wide. So 2 breaks have been saved now by KOEPFER. But Alcaraz still with one last break point in his pocket. Opportunity, I should say. Serve is good. Forehand return, nice and deep. Backhand KOEPFER into the net. Alcaraz breaks, and it's 5-2 for Carlito.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
All right, I'm going to run through the women's scores. I'm just going to tell you the winners. We had Katie Bolter goes through in straight sets, Noskova in straight sets, Alexandrova in 3. That one was over Leila Annie Fernandez. Straight sets victory for Korpach, straight sets for Jabeur, straight sets for Bozkova, straight sets for Samsonova. Trevisan got bageled in the first set and then wins 2 tie breaks to win in 3. Martic, straight sets victory. Keys, straight sets victory. Vondrosova, the Wimbledon champion, straight sets victory. Wang of China over Garcia, straight sets victory. Pagula over Georgie in straights. Wickmeyer over Zvonareva in straights. We had Burrell moving on in straights. We had Peyton Stearns moving on in straights. We had Teague moving on in straights. We had Kasatkina over Alicia Parks in 3. We had Svitolina in straight sets. Sorenko over Giacomo in 3. Tauson over Potapova in 3. Pliskova moves through in straights. Pavlyuchenkova in straights. We had Vickery taking out Donna Vekic after Vekic won the first set. So an upset by the American there. We had Eva Lise, her first U.S. Open main draw. She wins the first round match in straight sets. We had Kanepi in straight sets over Strakova. We had Minin over Williams. That was the Belgian, the match right before this one. Jody Burridge over Blinkova. And we had Zheng Xinwen over Podoroska. Also currently going on, Krejcikova down a set and 5-all against Bronzetti in the second set. So she's under some pressure there. Kenin is up 6-5 on serve. They're on serve against Bogdan in the first set. Bogdan serving to stay in it. And then later on, we have Sabalenka against Zanevska. That's the last match of the day on the women's side. So, KOEPFER tries to rip a backhand winner up the line, and he misses by like 2 inches. It would have been a beauty, but alas, it's long, and Alcaraz now up 30-love, and he's 2 points away from a 1-set-to-love lead just 38 minutes into this one. Man, I am neglecting you guys here in the chat. Yay, Carlos. Hey, Cubby and everyone. Las Vegas's finest. We got Max in the house. Kathy, stay safe. Putin Seva, says Kathy. Hello, Max. Hi, Max. Hi, Sadie. Hi, Kathy. I guess Kathy is better in the daytime than at night. There you go. All right, so Alcaraz now drops a point, 30-15. Here we go. I'm looking at the small, tiny little screen, and it's an ace for Carlitos, 40-15. Double set point for the world number 1. Alcaraz has faced 2 break points against him on serve, but he saved both of them. KOEPFER has had 7 break points against him. He's saved 5, but Alcaraz does have 2 breaks on him. Serve out wide. KOEPFER backhand, I should say, because he's a lefty. Goes into the net, and Carlitos holds, takes the first set. And it's 1-love for the young Spaniard.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
All right, folks. So there it is. Alcaraz takes the first set, 6-2. Pretty standard. 2 breaks. He broke in the first game, and then he broke in the middle of the set there. Did not get broken. 9 winners for Alcaraz, 3 unforced. We had 7 winners for KOEPFER, 10 unforced. Alcaraz, as mentioned, 2 for 7 break points. KOEPFER 0 for 2 on his chances. First serve points, 1. Alcaraz 78-50s there for KOEPFER, 57. And overall, Pretty good set for Alcaraz. Not bad for Koepfer. Koepfer rolled his ankle at deuce in the very first game of the set. Had to get his ankle taped up. Took about 5 minutes of a medical timeout. Came back. Doesn't look any worse for wear, luckily. So that's a good sign. But still, Alcaraz with a quick set, as is alluded to by Sadie, saying, well, that was a quick set. You know, it's actually crazy. The Djokovic won the first set 6-love yesterday in 23 minutes. And then they showed a stat on the screen in the Wimbledon final against Alcaraz in the third set. There was one game that went to, I think it was 13 deuces. And it was 26 minutes, 33 points. And the first set for Novak was 23 minutes. And it was 32 points. So it was actually a shorter, that one game at Wimbledon was actually longer than the entire first set for Novak yesterday. That was pretty crazy. So here we go. Koepfer serving first to kick off set number 2, just as he did in set number 1. If he can hold real quick here, he'll be able to put a little bit of mounting, hopefully for him, scoreboard pressure. But Alcaraz is looking sharp so far. Koepfer, first serve is good. Alcaraz return up the middle. Forehand Koepfer, forehand Alcaraz, nice and deep and hard. Forehand Koepfer, forehand Alcaraz up the line, inside in, and it's a winner for Carlitos. And a nice roar from the from the Spaniard. Man, where's my head at? Beauty of a winner. Koepfer here, the lefty serving, tries to go out wide, but it's just wide of the service box. So Alcaraz now has a chance to put a lot of pressure. Second serve, return is good. Koepfer backhand return into the middle of the net, I should say. And Alcaraz up love 30 on the Koepfer serve, looking to strike quickly, maybe take a little bit of the energy and belief out of the game of Koepfer. The guy that Novak beat is basically an ITF player. Yeah, it was the 86th ranked number 26-year-old, 84th ranked Arthur Mueller. Arthur Mueller actually also, I was mentioning because I called the match yesterday. He's had a pretty good year, you could say. Not necessarily in terms of results, but he got to face Alcaraz on center court in Wimbledon. And then he got to face Djokovic at Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York. So within 2 months, he did two things that some tennis players might play 20 years and never have the chance to do. So good for him. But yeah, definitely he got beat pretty badly. I honestly do not see Novak dropping a set until the final. Now, especially now that Rune is out in the first round, I just can't see any single scenario or possibility where that happens. Actually, that's not true. It can definitely happen, but I don't expect him to drop a set. Because in majors, Novak already comes out of the tunnel up a set against virtually anyone, except for maybe 7 or 8 players who have played him so many times that they might not have nerves, but they're still not going to win. Someone like, for example, Fritz, who's 0-6 against them, or, Malfis, 0-19 against them, and all these different scenarios. All right, Koepfer, after being down love 30 here, is up 40-30. So good on him. Nice serve. Nope, the serve was, I believe it was a let. So they're going to give him another first serve here. Once again, game point, 40-30 Koepfer. Looking to start off set number 2 on the right foot. Beautiful serve. Alcaraz just blocks it back. Now for a backhand from Alcaraz up the line. Now backhand slice Koepfer, forehand Alcaraz. Oh, he switches up to a drop shot, and it's a winner. So back to level here at deuce. Alcaraz still with a chance to take this game. Alcaraz, nice little 1-2 combo there with a big backhand up the line. Then he looked like he was going to rip a forehand. Koepfer was on his heels, so Alcaraz said, you know what? I'm just going to drop you. And he did. Beautiful serve up the tee from Koepfer. Alcaraz gets a backhand on it, but it goes nowhere. Advantage Koepfer. Here we go. First serve. Oh, Koepfer, that was a really low toss, but he still hit it. Anyways, went wide, but I feel like he should have re-tossed that one. Second serve, block back Alcaraz up the middle, forehand Koepfer, backhand slice Alcaraz, forehand Koepfer, backhand Alcaraz up the line, Koepfer backhand slice. Alcaraz makes his way and punches a backhand volley off the floater, meeting it at the net, and he brings us back to deuce for the second time in the game. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've been playing so much pickleball that my tan is just ridiculous. I actually have a crazy farmer's tan. If I take my shirt off, you guys would laugh at how much, how hilarious it looks. All right, Koepfer serving at deuce. First serve into the net. So Alcaraz with a chance to get aggressive on a second here. And he doesn't need to. It's a double fault. Koepfer felt like he took absolutely no time, between first and second serve. It looked like he was just like in a rush or something. Here it is. Break point now. Koepfer from all the way out wide, and he serves it out wide. Oh, Alcaraz almost had a crazy winner, but his forehand on the run goes long, and we're back to deuce. So here's what happened. Koepfer's a lefty, and he's serving from the ad side, and he went all the way to the left, and then he served a slice that was all the way to the other side of the court. Alcaraz got to it, returned it up the middle. Koepfer made Alcaraz go all the way across the court, and then Alcaraz tried to hit a winner on the run, but hit it long. It would have been a beauty. But here we are, back to deuce. We're into the rally. Forehand Alcaraz into the net on his third shot, his fourth shot, or third or fourth. Koepfer with another chance to wrap it up with a game point here. "26 people in. We got 6 likes, folks. If you haven't done so already and you feel like supporting the channel, please hit like on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and also you can hit the notification bell. You'll know every time we go live. On the second serve, Alcaraz with a forehand up the line, clean winner. And again, deuce number 3 now, as Alcaraz is not relinquishing this game. Sorry, it's deuce number 4. Alcaraz, by the way, does have taping on his left wrist, just like he's had since pre-Wimbledon, actually, and all throughout Wimbledon. All right, serve is good. First serve, we're into a deuce. Backhand Alcaraz, forehand Koepfer. Backhand slice from Alcaraz, lands deep. Backhand Koepfer, forehand Alcaraz. Backhand Koepfer, forehand Alcaraz. Now forehand Koepfer. Now forehand Alcaraz. Ooh, now forehand Koepfer. And I think that's in. Is that in? Yes, and he hits it in. It was a short ball. I couldn't really hear. But yes, the ball landed off the sideline, and basically Alcaraz had a short ball. Koepfer came in, goes inside out, and the ball landed right on the line, breaking the plane of the sideline as it did. And it's a winner for the German. Nicely done. Advantage Koepfer. Here it is. First serve is good. Backhand return up the middle. Backhand Koepfer. Now backhand Alcaraz. Forehand Koepfer, forehand block by Alcaraz, lands on the sideline. Crazy angle from Koepfer. Alcaraz gets it back, but it's long. And Koepfer with a long game hold. And finally, he takes a 1-love lead in set number 2. Good effort from both players. That was a 4-deuce game, but it's Koepfer who ends up holding. And I believe he deserves a button for that effort.
Pretty sick every shot, every hit, every game, every set, it's Dominic Whip. Pretty sick every shot, every hit, every game, every set, it's Dominic Whip. Oh, Dominic Whip. Oh, Dominic Whip. Oh.
Okay. So, here we go. Alcaraz serving for the first time in set number 2. We're on serve 0-1. 49 minutes into the match. Alcaraz is up 1-0. There's an ambulance. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but ambulance passing by my house here in Vancouver. Alcaraz first serve is long. Koepfer doesn't have to worry about that. Here comes the second serve from Carlitos. Top seed, defending champion. And a beautiful serve, +1 from Alcaraz, inside in forehand winner from the middle of the court off the medium short. Not a deep return, but not a short one, kind of in the middle. And Alcaraz got the nice whip on the forehand, folks. Definitely in Cincinnati and in Toronto, he wasn't as dialed in as he seems to be here. So it's a good sign for anyone who's a fan of Carlitos or in his camp. Backhand slice Alcaraz. We're into a rally. Forehand Koepfer, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Koepfer to the forehand. Nope, it goes long, and it's 30-love Carlitos. So far, looking to have a little bit of an easier time on his serve. Obviously, he's up 6-2. He hasn't been broken. He's only faced 2 break points against, and Koepfer has faced 8 already. Although 7 of those were in the first set, just 1 here in the second. Alcaraz, 30-love, first serve is a nice one out wide. And the return up the line, but backhand cross-court Alcaraz, it's a clean winner, 40-love. And great start to the set for the Spaniard. Here we go, 40-love. Alcaraz serve to the body, Koepfer forehand, forehand Alcaraz, forehand Koepfer, forehand Alcaraz to the backhand of Koepfer up the middle, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Koepfer, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Koepfer. Yeah, this is not a battle that Koepfer is going to win. So Koepfer is a lefty. He goes into the net. By the way, Alcaraz holds to love. Maybe I should hit that button real quick. Yeah, let's do it. So when I said that that's a battle that Koepfer is not going to win, it's when he's a lefty. So when he goes cross court from backhand, he's going to Alcaraz's forehand. So Alcaraz is just forcing his forehand on Koepfer. So he's going cross court. That gives him margin. It gives him extra distance. And most players on their best day couldn't handle Alcaraz's forehand with their backhand, and Koepfer is no exception. So if Alcaraz can find a way to keep that pattern going, more often than not, I'd say 8 out of 10, he can expect to win those rallies. Again, we're into the same pattern. Forehand Alcaraz, backhand Koepfer, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Koepfer, forehand Alcaraz up the middle, forehand Koepfer. Ooh, we ripped that one, but it went long. Koepfer has heat on his forehands, folks. He can really pound the crap out of the ball. I just don't think he's as astute at keeping the balls in. He doesn't have as much topspin to make the ball dip. So it's love 15 here. Koepfer serving. First serve is long. Hello, my friend Ram Bakshi. How was your exam yesterday? I think you said you had an exam in a couple of hours and you were watching the GOAT to get inspiration. Hopefully you did well. How are you doing? I'm doing great. It was raining all day here in Vancouver. I did not get to go play pickleball. I'm very bummed about that. I'm considering joining a pickleball club because I cannot get enough of this darn game. I love it. I just literally think about it all day. I wake up thinking about pickleball, and I go to sleep thinking about pickleball, and I just want to play. It's like when I was a little kid playing hockey. You couldn't pry a stick out of my hands. Hockey stick. And it is a double fault from Koepfer. And it is now love 40, triple break point. So Alcaraz looking again to wrestle the momentum here early in the set, just like he did in the first. And the return up the middle from Alcaraz, and Koepfer, he gets broken to love as his +1 goes long and wide. So Alcaraz draws first blood in set number 2. All right, so Carlitos up a break and will serve at 2-1 after the changeover. Let's see. Okay, so I mentioned that Barbora Krejcikova was down a set. Well, she's actually lost to Lucia Bronzetti. So Barbora Krejcikova, former Grand Slam title in singles and doubles. Although I know she won the French Open in singles. I'm not sure. I think she's won in doubles as well here. I think she's won all the majors in doubles. You know what? Why don't I just look it up? I got time. I got space. I got it all, yo. Let's see. Krejcikova. So let's see. You know what? I'm going to look up in a different way here. All right, so Alcaraz going to serve here up 2-1. So let me see here. I just want to see. Krejcikova has... So she's won the French Open in singles. We knew that. Yeah, she has won doubles. She has won the Australian Open twice, the French Open twice, Wimbledon twice, and the US Open last year. So she has done the career slam in doubles. She also has won the doubles tour finals and Olympic gold in 2020. So one of the most decorated doubles careers ever. Mixed doubles, she's also won 3 Australian Opens, 2019, 2020, 21. So back to back to back. But no other majors in mixed. And then she also has, as mentioned, the 2020 Tokyo doubles. So Krejcikova has a formidable career, folks. Very formidable career in doubles. And she also has a singles major. All right, so Alcaraz up 30 love here, trying to consolidate the break. Take a 3-1 lead. Todd Hill in the house saying Bogdan just lost tough first set to Kenin. She couldn't serve it out. Thank you, Todd. And hey, it's good to have you in the chat, my friend. Haven't seen your name in a while. Always happy to see it when it is there. Alcaraz ace up the tee, and it's 40 love. He's looking very comfortable, calm, collected on his service games. Koepfer, different story. 124-mile-an-hour ace for Alcaraz. 57 minutes in, Alcaraz just 1 point away from being a set and a half ahead. And there it is. Serve out wide. Koepfer cannot handle that. He punches the backhand way long, and Alcaraz consolidates. He's up 3-1. No break here. Alcaraz just really quickly going to change rackets. As we have the consolidation. One thing I got to say that I love about both of these players is they play fast. Alcaraz, I would say, like, he's not the fastest player on tour by any means, but he's like on the quicker side. Koepfer plays fast. Almost like Medvedev or Kyrgios fast. Nice little angles there. Alcaraz takes a love 30 lead on the Koepfer serve. So just it almost feels like you blink and boom, Koepfer just down a break. It's almost happened out of nowhere here. First serve is into the net from Koepfer. So Alcaraz will have a big chance to take a triple. Oh, it's a second serve. Alcaraz looking to take a love 40 lead here again on the second serve. Second serve is good. Block back from Alcaraz. Koepfer, nice cross-court backhand. Alcaraz, tries to rip a forehand up the line, but can't. Koepfer gets on the board here in game number 5. 15-30. I just got brand new. So I mentioned to you guys, I got brand new shoes about a month and a half ago when I was for pickleball, but they're tennis shoes. And I ran through the entire bottom of the sole, like the rubber, so fast that ASICS was like, we're going to give you a refund because no one ever goes through those in 6 months, let alone 33 days. So I got my refund. And then I went and got New Balance shoes. Those ones were clunky. So I went and got a different pair of more heavy-duty ASICS. And boy, do I love these shoes. Oh, my God. Every day I love them even more. So if you're... it's second time getting ASICS other than the first ones that I ran through. Ooh, a beautiful +1. Right up the middle return from Alcaraz, but the +1 from Koepfer inside out as he was backing up, and he saves a break point from 15-40. We're now at 30-40. First serve is good, right to the forehand of Alcaraz, but Alcaraz return right into the net. And really quickly, it seems like within 10 seconds after being down 15-40, it's deuce now. So as I said, Koepfer plays very fast, folks. Very fast. I love it. Forehand return Alcaraz. A little drop from Koepfer. Alcaraz gets to it, but pushes the backhand long. Koepfer 3 straight points after being down 15-40, and it's game point now for the German. Looking to stay within touching distance. Okay, Kyrgios plays fast because he usually wants to be somewhere else. I don't disagree with you there, buddy. Ooh, great serve out wide. Alcaraz tried to get a deep return right at the feet, but it's just long. Koepfer holds, and he's still down a break, and will continue to be down. Oh, no! It's over, folks. Koepfer, I guess the ankle maybe was too much. So if you missed the beginning, folks, the match is over. Koepfer has retired. So Alcaraz's first match in defense of his title goes 1 hour. It only goes one set, and then he's up 3-2. He was up a break in the second set, and he just took the wrapping off of his left wrist. Koepfer puts a towel over his head, takes all of his bags. The crowd is giving him a standing, not a standing ovation, but an ovation. I think they're not happy, that's for sure, but they're not mad at him. You can tell that they're clapping for him because it's the right thing to do, but you get the sense that they're like, oh man, this was just starting. So that's it. That was abrupt. I had no idea. He didn't look like he was. I mean, he finally held. He was down 3-1. He holds. But Koepfer, yeah, he has officially retired, folks. The match is over. Very abrupt. Very out of nowhere, to be quite honest with you. Alcaraz now has already, changed out of his shoes. He's about to get interviewed on court. He's got a red Nike hoodie on, and there's kind of a stunnedness going on because it just they're not going to show me the the conversation here. Sorry, folks. Okay, well that's a huge bummer, but Alcaraz has won 6-2, 3-2. He was up, and then Dominic Koepfer retired from the match. So yeah, just a huge bummer. Not sure. I mean, I'm sure it probably has to do with his ankle, but it didn't seem like anything was going on with the ankle. So like it just seemed like out of the blue. Sorry, I'm just trying to watch, see if I can watch this on-court interview. All right, folks. So that's it. Alcaraz only had to play for 1 hour and 1 minute, 61 minutes. Dominic Koepfer retires after being down 6-2, 3-2. He had his ankle taped in the very first game at deuce. So it was deuce in the very first game. He rolled his left ankle. He got it taped up. Still played all right for the rest of the match, but kind of abruptly out of nowhere after holding serve for 3-2 scoreline, for 2-3 for him. He just went straight to the net and retired. So there it is, folks. Alcaraz is through to the second round. Not how he wanted it to be, not how I wanted it to be, and I'm sure not how you guys wanted it to be. But let's hope Koepfer is okay. And I'm sure Alcaraz will welcome this. Last year, I think he was on court leading up to the finals longer than anyone had ever been because he played so many 5-setters and so many long matches and epic matches. So I think this will be welcome for him in the first week, so he can get a little bit more kind of extra gas in the tank for week 2 should he get that far. All right, folks, let's take a look at a couple of these comments and we'll call it a match here. Todd Hill, good to see you, Covey. Catch you later in tournament. Will do, my friend. Thank you for your joining and for your contribution. Oh, well, easy work for Carlos. Keep him fresh. Yeah, that's right. Keeps him fresh. Thank you, Covey. You're very welcome. Sadie, well, good to see you, Covey. I'm going to have some dinner, so take care. Likewise, Sadie, have a good dinner. It's still early here in Vancouver, 7 o'clock. I think it's maybe 8 or 9 for you. Maybe 8, I'm thinking. Thanks, Covey. Good practice set. Pretty much what it was, Kathy. And you stay safe, all right? Yes. I'll go watch Saba. I think I'm going to do the same. But whatever happens, Kathy, I hope everything is fine with you. I know that you're in hurricane watch over in Florida. Take care, Max and Kathy. Carly YouTube saying, I feel bad for those ticket holders. Yeah, it's a bummer. You're paying to see, world number one, and you almost wish he would stay on and practice so you could just watch him a little longer. Brad Gilbert doing the interview. I actually have it paused on my phone. So right after I end this stream, I'm going to go check it out. Speaking of ending the stream, that's what I'm going to do right now. A bummer, folks. We didn't get to see an entire match. Dominic KOEPFER, he retires after being down a set and 3-2 in the second set. Carlos Alcaraz moves through. I'll hit the button for Carlos, and then right after, we will wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't done so already, please hit like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I promise all will be well in the world. One time for the world number one who moves on to the second round, Carlitos Alcaraz.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me once again on a GTL Tennis Podcast live play-by-play stream. I will be back at it several more times in the next 12 days because we are in Grand Slam season. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all very soon. Covey from Vancouver signing off. Have a good night, everyone.